So I listened to next contestant during my total today, over 4.6 miles. I went somewhere, and then went back, and then went again part way, and total for more than 4.6. And I listened to next contestant, and I didn't drop, didn't die. Didn't love the song like I used to, but, didn't die. Nothing happened to me except anger, and that just fueled me to walk harder and move out, So it's all good, I suppose. Had to go crazy, literally go crazy, in order to find myself. Not that I really completely found myself, but at least found myself a little bit, At least I'm not that 232-pound woman that just... But I had to go crazy to do it. Literally. I'm sure you can get a lot crazier, but when it comes to things that don't get you locked up, you can't get much crazier than believing a rich and famous rock star is madly in love with you. And remember, I said when it comes to things like that aren't going to get you, locked up, you can go a lot crazier, of course, than that. And it was based on some reality, because he could have been one of my Alicia's world fans in 2001. So it was feasible. It just wasn't plausible, that's all. But it was definitely feasible, because he wasn't even famous in 2001. And he's a man, who's into women, and I was very popular across the world. He could have easily been one of my fans. I had to go crazy to find myself. At least part of myself now. I have to take the doggies for walkie. I just walked a lot in the heat, and I pushed myself, and I moved my arms. So if I sit down, I'll never get up. I shrunk my black ones like this. Had them on low. I thought if you don't put them on something that was, put it on high. But no, even if you just dry it on low too much, it's just ridiculous. These stuff should not shrink at all. Wash and cold, I dry on the lowest, extra low setting. And it should not shrink, but the proof is in the fact that these are identical. These actually fit me a little bit tighter than the black ones. I wasn't even sure I was going to keep these. And now the black ones, I can try on both of them. The black ones fit me tighter, so they shrunk. And they shrunk to a point where I can't even wear them, because there's no room for anything with these. I gain a little bit, but they are not going to fit me. And they shrink, and what they happen is they still fit fine on my waist, small waist, but they go up the crotch too much. Oh well, $18 now. Sale, at least it makes. These are 12 Calvin Klein, but old ones are 14. And I didn't know that they shrunk, because I guess they started off bigger, so even when they shrunk I couldn't tell. They still fit me loose. When I first bought them in the store, the 14s were too big a little bit, but the 12s were too small, so I had to choose bigger over too small. I don't like anything too tight. next contestant was never one of my favorites anyway, I don't think. Doesn't matter. What matters is that I did not die. Nothing happened to me. I mean, got a little affected. Get affected by Pink songs, so what, too? Other songs, but that's a fast song that I like to play. Well, like I said, I went crazy, but at least not bad enough to be locked up. Experience my poor mother has experienced numerous times throughout the past 35 years, give or take. At least I didn't have to experience that. At least my craziness was limited to just fantastical, imaginative, delusions, whatever. It was positive. I was 100% positive that not only was Chad Kroger in love with me, because he'd seen me on Alicia's World, but he was out there rooting for me. He knew everything that Donald had done to me. His friends were rooting for me, and Pink and Bob Ice were in on it. And that just, oh my God, my craziness is just ridiculous. It'll never happen again, I'll tell you that much. I don't believe in anything anymore, let alone, anything delusional. It will never happen again. I trust nothing in this life. Nothing, nobody. Can't even trust my own mom, unfortunately. Experience has proven that to me. So there you go. There you go. Oh my God. Have to take doggies for walkie-walkie and then come home and stretch my ass off. Stretch a lot. I am tired. I love to exercise though. I hear about people, I know there are a lot of people, men and women, who don't like to exercise, who just do it, to look good, to stay in shape, I love to exercise. I love it. And that's good. It's easier to exercise when you love it than do it, even though you hate it, I love it. I love especially just blasting my music in my ear and just walking, just power walking. And I used to love lifting weights too. I just love molding my body. I love it. I know a lot of people just do it because they have to, but I love it. I do. I love to exercise. But I also love to eat. It's kind of good. It's kind of good that I love to exercise, but I also love to eat, huh?